Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, la-la-la. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, la-la-la.
Hello there, it's your girl Daphne back with another video. This time I'm sharing my garage transformation, and I'm so happy to be doing this voiceover because that means that the project is over. It's been a long 4 days of hard work and I'm ready to share, so let's get started. So this is how we're looking, and we're going to start by clearing out our space. So throughout this video, I'm going to be sharing the 10 steps that I use to transform my garage. And we're on step 1, which is clearing out the space. So what I'm doing is just taking all of the large items. I'm trying to clear out all the floor. I'm not going to focus too much on the shelves just yet because we have enough to go through just with the big items on the floor. So I'd like to introduce myself again. My name is Daphne, and I just want to welcome everyone to my channel. Anyone that is new and clicked on my video or channel for the first time today, welcome. And to all of my loyal subscribers, welcome back. This video is well overdue, so I hope that everyone enjoys it. So I've lived in this house for 10 years and I've never done a thorough clean of the garage. All I have done is sometimes I'll get like little storage solutions and then I'll work on little sections within the garage, but I've never made a big dent in any portion of the garage. And basically what it had boiled down to is that I would just try to make paths so that we can get to the shelves where we store our extra food, and also to the deep freezer, and obviously out the garage itself. So during this process, we're going to clean and make the garage much more manageable, much more organized, and a lot easier to get around and to find all of the items. Does anyone else's garage look as bad as mine? Just leave me a comment down below. I don't want to be alone. Okay, so now that we have the space clear, we're going to move on to cleaning all the areas. So that consists of just sweeping up any debris that's left on the floor. And also in my case, I'm going to go back in with some soapy water and I'm going to be washing down the floor covering. We have this like garage rubbery mat that we have down the middle of the garage, and it collects a lot of debris and dirt. So I'm just making sure that I give it a nice thorough wash. I'm actually only showing one wash, but I actually went back 3 times just to get it nice and clean. Now, as I was clearing out the garage, I was trying to group all like items together because it just makes it a lot easier when it comes time to sorting, decluttering, and also bringing the items back into the garage. So when you clear out, just try to make sure that you put all like items together. Usually at this point you're up to sorting and decluttering, so I'm just taking one category and I'm just going through and I'm doing a donate, a keep, and a trash. If you remember from my past snack drawer organization and also pantry organization videos, I mentioned that all of my surplus food is stored here in my garage. So on all of these metal shelves is all of the food that I was mentioning that we keep down here. So I am just going through and I'm organizing. I'm taking everything out of the boxes and I'm grouping all like items together. And then later on I'm going to come back and label so that we make sure that we keep all of these items in the specific spots. So if you are interested in other organizational videos, I have a playlist and I will link that playlist in the cards and also in my description. So after this video, I hope that you enjoy and watch a couple of other videos. It really helps my channel and I really appreciate it. And also, if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. So this is the beginning of day 2. I just took a quick trip to Lowe's to just pick up some supplies. So while I was out, I also stopped at Costco and I got these bins. They were on sale for $8.49 and they're really big and really heavy duty. So the next tip is going to be thinking about your shelves and your organizers that you're going to be using in your garage. In my case, I have these heavy duty metal shelves that I bought several years ago at Costco. So they are actually a 2-pack. They're supposed to be 4 shelves each, but because my ceilings are low, I had to break them up. So I'm able to get 4 shelves, 2 on the side and 2 in the back. And I'm able to put all of my bins and my food. And I also have a little like plastic shelf as well, which I use for all of my garden needs. So I think I've mentioned before, but during the pandemic, I got really into gardening and also lawn care. So now I do all of my own lawn care. So I do all of my fertilization, my grass planting, mowing, anything that has to do with the landscape, I do it myself. So I have to make sure that I have all of the supplies to be able to do everything. So that's why I have this dedicated shelf here. And I also have 2 bins that I have for soil and all of my other fertilization for the garden and also for the lawn. So one thing for me, I like to make sure that my tools are very clean and oiled. And I try to do this. I don't do it every time that I use it, but I do try to go every couple of weeks and make sure that I just give my tools a nice maintenance. So at this time I had just did a lot of work on the patio and also in my front yard. So I was just making sure that I cleaned up my tools before I put them on the organizer. So for me, I started cleaning all of my walls and I already knew that I needed to paint them. So I had picked up, when I went to Lowe's earlier, I picked up a gallon of paint. I'm just going to be painting it a bright white and flat, just sprucing up the paint that's already here. As you can see, it's really very dirty. One of the reasons why is because we have steam heating, and sometimes the condensation runs down the wall, which you can see there. So I just have to make sure that I clean it up and also apply additional paint, especially since this paint is really old. It really needed to be freshened up. Telling you, even cinder block, once you put a nice coat of paint on it, it just brightens up the space. This garage is a very low ceiling garage, so with the bright white, it just makes it look spacious. So I just want to say, at the end of each night, I do bring all of the items that I had in the driveway back in the garage. And that's why I'm showing you at the beginning of each day how the garage looks. Now on this day, we're supposed to be getting some rain, so I just tried to not bring too many items out and just work around in the garage, especially since we've already cleaned the floor and I've done a lot of the decluttering. Now I have to say, in the garage, the workbench is a catch-all spot. So whenever we have something, we usually just dump it on top of the shelf and inside of the drawers. So I just wanted to make sure that I really organize this space. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I got some plastic bins. So I'm going to be organizing the drawers with all of those plastic bins. this next tip is very crucial. Make sure that you're storing all of your less used items towards the back. So that's in those corners that are hard to get to. Make sure that you store like your Christmas items or very off-season items. You don't want to have to keep pulling things out to be able to access those dead spots within your space. So just make sure that you think before you put your items on the shelves how often you're going to be using them. Okay, this is our fourth and final day. So we're really just going to be doing all of our final touches. I cleared everything out. I have a lot of things that I'm going to be donating, and I'm just cleaning down and making sure everything is perfect. Tip number 9 is making sure everything is labeled. And tip number 10 is checking to make sure that you have adequate lighting within your space. So here comes the fun part. So I'm just showing you the before pictures, and here is the after. One of my favorite things about this transformation is the extension cord reel that I got. It is amazing. If you do not have one, make sure that you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and pick yourself up one. You will thank me. I've never been more happy to see labels before in my life. I'm so excited that it's so organized and anyone can come in here and easily find what they're looking for. It's so important when you have a garage to have it organized so that you can, at a glance, be able to find what you're looking for. One additional tip that I have, especially if you shop in bulk, if you buy things in multiples, make sure that you number them 1 of 2, 2 of 2, so that you can keep track of when you need to purchase things. I have this little dry erase board that I use in my garage so that we can just jot down things that are low, and it works wonders. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I'd like to remind you, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. I hope that you enjoyed this video, so please give it a thumbs up, and please share with any friends and family that might like my content. And until the next time, have a blessed day.